This is Morten from INKISH, and we are actually at LabelExpo right now, and I am talking to Kevin from Karstedt Partners here at the show floor. But this information we're talking about now is actually very secret because it can only be published on Tuesday, right? So that sets the stage, right?
That sets the stage, thanks.
Kevin, thank you very much for talking to me. We're going to talk about something in a moment. I will not reveal what it is right now.
Oh, you're going to surprise me.
No, you know what it is about, but I will ask you another question first.
Okay.
Is it important to have research companies in the industry?
Oh my. The short answer is yes, okay? And if I had a few minutes to think about a great analogy, I'm an analogy kind of guy, as to what it is it important to have petrol, I'm speaking from the inside, in your lawnmower before you go out to mow your lawn, okay? Is it important? Of course it is, okay? Otherwise you get out and you get half a lawn mowed and you're done, okay?
Is it important to have research skills and scientific approach to data?
Oh my! Well, of course it is, and I'm of the belief that you need pragmatic research and pragmatic understanding. Throwing numbers at a question, okay, and just knowing how big something doesn't give you the impact you need. You need to understand what those numbers mean to you. How are they sliced and diced? How does that impact your decision? And so that you can make good decisions on it. So research is one side. The analysis of that research, not just again by numbers, how it impacts buying power, how it impacts a business to bring it into, and we'll probably get into some of the other stuff. I'll save a little of that for another answer.
Should OEMs share data to an unbiased, independent source under some kind of NDA so you get accurate data to analyze on?
Only if that source is us. Okay, but teasing it, yes. I mean, it helps the industry. It helps raise the what's the analogy of, the high tide raises all ships. Okay, if companies want good data and good information, sharing is good. It's not rocket science, and it's been done in the past. And that making sure that it goes and it's shared with the right people in order to get the right information out is a key element. But yes, I believe it would be good.
Okay, so I think we have set a base now, right?
Okay.
Yeah, because you are the CEO of Karstedt
Partners, yeah.
A well-known company in the industry for researching and making analysis and go-to strategies for customers, particularly in the packaging field, right?
Always in the packaging field.
Always.
Yes, we are 100% packaging. Yeah. We were packaging before packaging was cool, by the way.
That's good to know, right? But Kevin, I take that the decision you are going to announce must have been, I mean, of course it's intriguing because it's always intriguing to get part of something bigger if you have the right formula for success, of course. But it must also, on a personal level, since you worked on it with your own company for many years, it must also be something that is like, am I doing the right thing?
So you're asking me, do I think I've done the right thing?
No, I was more thinking that, if you have a business that you have operated for years,
yep,
and you sell it to a good friend and colleague, even though it's a good friend and colleague, and you continue working and also working with what you do best, it is like giving up a little bit on control, right? And I was just like, for me, if I gave up on my little venture here,
yeah,
I would feel that that is something that is tickling, not always on the good side, on the good spots, I would say.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. There is that component to it. Am I doing the right thing in that? Something came up today, okay, or yesterday, and they asked for something, okay, and they said, could you do this? So I'm thinking of the entire piece of what they're asking me to do, and it hit me that all they're asking me to do is this little part here, and there's infrastructure set up to do all the rest. I am no longer going to have to worry about invoicing, chasing invoices, writing up proposals and making them look good, the graphic side, making my presentations in PowerPoint or whatever look good. There's an infrastructure behind all of that.
I totally understand.
So
the
I am so
advantages.
excited about
yeah,
it.
Yeah, I totally understand the advantages. I was just like, I'm just kind of saying that if you run a business that you have owned for years, I mean, personality and passion, I take, not knowing you so well, but we have been talking a few times during the show, you're very passionate about what you do, and you're very professional about what you do, right?
Thank you. I'm glad that is. I hope to take that to the new venture.
Okay, so before mentioning the venture,
Yeah.
can you and your partner, when you join forces with this entity, can you influence direction?
Oh my yes. As it relates to packaging, okay, and that was really that's what pushed me over the edge, okay. I was told by management, okay, by my new best buddies, that when we come into the company, we will be driving the packaging entity. We're not going to be just, and that's one of the beauties of it, because our philosophy, Jeff's and my philosophy, my business partner's philosophy, is build something that somebody wants. Don't just build something and try to go out and sell it. That's what we coach our clients on. Just build something that somebody wants. Build something that fills a need, and you'll be able to sell it. So what we're doing here at the show is kind of, behind, kind of advance notice to some of our former clients and clients, kind of letting them know and saying, okay, now this new entity is going to be here. This is what we've done in the past. Tell us what you need. If you wake up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat, okay, what information, what analysis, what would help you to get back to sleep? Okay, wipe your face and get back to sleep. What would help you do that? And we're asking them that, and we're getting some very interesting things that I wasn't even expecting, from companies I wasn't expecting. So this is a chance for us to really add to what our both of our companies in the past add to on top of what we could do before. So I'm very excited about the possibilities.
Before you decided, did you see any competition in the market from the services you do?
Oh, sure. Sure. There's people out.
Who was a big competitor to you?
Well, there's competitors that Jeff and I have kind of filled a niche that didn't really exist, okay? There's a lot of people out there, a lot of companies out there, and I'm not going to mention names in that. Thanks for understanding that.
No, okay, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Very directly, and I know you can answer it if you want to, okay?
Okay, all right.
Until Tuesday, was Keypoint Intelligence a competitor to what you do?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really.
So now we have released a name. That name is the entity that you're joining.
Yes,
right?
it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And I'm asking, and I have asked all these questions to try to funnel into the thing that is what Keypoint Intelligence is also about: research, data, trying to support customers in understanding the data and giving guidance. And I was just wondering if it was just an add-on or it was a competitor that was basically getting stronger.
Well, Keypoint has always had, and before it, InfoTrends, has always had a packaging presence. And Bob, I love you, okay? I've loved Bob for a long time. He's a wonderful guy, and he put together some very good data and information that was used throughout the industry. We, as Karstedt Partners, would often take that information, a client would have it, and they would take it, and we would build on it and be able to say, okay, this is what this means. Okay, that's why there's so many of these being installed or being sold in this area. This is why. We give some of the background information. Now that was already done, that was done before too, but we bring a broader understanding of the analysis. We try to talk to people and tell them what it means to their business. And that, for example, my vernacular does not include an awful lot about personalization, for example. Personalization is a nice thing to have for it. unfortunately, it's talked about a lot out on the field, out on the floor, about all the personalization. What the industry really needs is production equipment that can relieve pressures within their plant and actually help them to make more money. Packaging converters are not hobbyists. They're not, if they want a hobby, they'll have a boat or they'll go skiing or somewhere else. They don't want their business to be a hobby. And a lot of times all these little extra things that the manufacturers are talking about they're nice for some people, but they're little niches. The mainstream people out there trying to make a living and grow a business like I am with their equipment are looking for production things. If digital or if these short runs and all these special things are 5 or 10% of their business, they're not going to invest millions of dollars to address 5 or 10% of their business. They need that investment to address a much larger sector of their business. And I can give examples of how that's materializing now, but that's where the industry needs to go. We're going into digital packaging 2.0, if you will. Okay, we've gotten all the other stuff behind us. We've got the learning curves behind us. Now it's time to make money with it.
Kevin, last question.
Oh darn!
3 days ago we met each other, day one of Label Expo, and you gave me your Keypoint Intelligence business card.
Yep.
I hope and think you have thrown some around here during the show.
Yes, we have.
How has the information been received?
Very well, very well. A lot the people, and I've talked to people who were clients of both. Okay, our client and theirs, and people that were just theirs and not ours. And I was very pleased to know that most people knew who we were, who Karstedt Partners were. That's gratifying. I mean, I've been in the business for 20 plus years, and that makes me like 400 years old in consulting years, right? But it was very gratifying to have people, do that. And we go to these conferences, again, we cover labels, folding, flexible, and corrugated. So we're in all the different things, so we go to all these different things. And it's very nice to be recognized as a leader with it. A lot of people also knew, especially their current clients, the Keypoint name. Okay, so I'm really looking at this, and I'm hoping that 1 + 1 is going to equal 4. That we're going to be able to do much more for both of our sets of clients. And I tell you, it is so rewarding to be thinking that the baby that we made, my partner and I, that we've nurtured and grown and put together, and that is going to continue to grow and serve more and more people. So I'm excited about it. I'm very excited.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I appreciate it.